children are at risk of being bought and sold as commodities, and women treated as mere vessels to carry these commodities. That's according to Kathleen Gallagher. She is in charge of pro-life activities at the New York State Catholic Conference, an organization that rallies for morality and public policy. Over 20 years ago, she worked to ban commercial surrogacy in New York State and was there as Governor Mario Cuomo signed the bill into law. Now, all her work could be undone.
The governor's task force on life and the law, Governor Andrew Cuomo's task force, is reevaluating that ban on surrogate parenthood. And I'm fearful that they're going to come out with a recommendation that that ban be lifted.
There's already a bill in legislature to legalize the renting of wombs. Kathleen calls it a Pandora's box of problems for New York. The first of her concerns is a grave one. Babies become commodities.
Our faith teaches that a child, a baby, is a beautiful, precious gift of a loving God. The practice of commercial surrogacy turns them into merchandise to be bought and sold. A baby is not a consumer product to be bought and sold based on supply and demand, the way surrogacy would make it.
Kathleen also argues that commercial surrogacy turns pregnancy into a profession that is physically and psychologically detrimental. Surrogate mothers endure risky manipulation of their reproductive systems to prepare for the pregnancy. Kathleen compares it to egg donation, another risky procedure where women are paid for the products of their ovaries. She knows who will be most at risk of exploitation: the vulnerable, poor women of society.
If you look at the advertisements for companies that are looking for women to donate their eggs, they're advertising on college campuses, they're advertising near military bases, they're advertising in poorer neighborhoods because they know those women need money.
The Catholic Church calls surrogacy gravely immoral. Acknowledging the pain of infertile couples, the Church argues that surrogacy, in its word, disassociates parents from one another and the child, and establishes the dominion of technology over the origin and destiny of the human person, contrary to the dignity and equality of both the parents and the child.
The legislation actually has a term in it called collaborative reproduction, which basically says any sperm, any egg, any uterus can be combined to make a baby. What does that do to families? What does that do to the children who are born of this process? There's actually a website called anonymousus.org, which are the voices of children who have been born of IVF, in vitro fertilization, and surrogacy, who feel isolated and alone and don't know what their real roots are. It's causing many, many psychological problems along the way.
In a remarkable article, Time magazine called pregnancy a chore, one of the top 10 to be outsourced to someone else. The New York State Catholic Conference wants to put an end to this outsourcing, restoring children to their rightful place as gifts, not products. Reporting for Currents, I'm Katie Breidenbach.